I'm Naveed Iqbal, and I'm the founder and CEO at Dolr. So all startups are trying to help somebody with something. And if you want to help somebody, then they have to need help with that thing. And often, how you think they need help is completely different from how they want to experience that help. And so when I say failure, I mean trying to see how to help them, completely failing, realizing that they want something else, making those slight adjustments, and just repeating and having a process to appreciate that that's okay. And I think one way to describe a PhD is it's an exercise in failure. And nothing prepares you better for a startup than going through a PhD, in my opinion, because you wake up every day. Your goal is to push in a non-trivial way the boundaries of knowledge. As a PhD, that's what you're doing. You're producing new knowledge that hasn't existed before. And there's so many smart people in this world. They've done almost everything you've thought about. And so how do you find that your unique way of approaching the problem and moving the world forward? It's very challenging. And so I think, there's lots of similarities to what you experience with building a startup. One very, very important thing that we've learned, and I'm very fortunate, all of my co-founders are very close friends of mine. We've known each other for a long, long time, right? So we've figured out how to fight, how to become friends again, and all of that stuff, which is very important. But trust is a major component of this, right? When we're all wearing multiple hats, you have to let go and say, I'm going to trust you, even though you don't know what you're doing, just as much as I don't, to go and figure it out. And whatever you come up with, we're going to have to deal with. That's a key component of that. And creating a culture around that is extremely important. And I think that's why we've, at least at Dolr, we've done a pretty good job of staying consistently happy through this experience of failures. People celebrate failures, right? Like at least we learned something. Even though we've known each other for so long, at the very beginning, what we did is we set out to write deep thoughts about how we work, right? So all of us wrote a working with me document. What's the best time to work with me? How do you approach me about a problem? How do you give me feedback about something that I might have not done to your expectation? Stuff like that. And then one thing that I got out of my previous startup experience is everybody wrote a failure resume. Our resumes today celebrate our successes, the biggest successes. But a lot of the story is in those failures that lead to the successes. And so we also put together a failure resume. And it's such a humbling experience to go back and, examine in detail all of the things that led to one success, 100 failures, one success, persistence. It really helps you, when you're feeling down in one of those low moments to pull yourself together and say, yes, this is just another day and we're going to get through it. This is something that I wish everybody coming out of college would have, is having an undergraduate degree. It's a fantastic accomplishment. It's very good. You've done some great things and achieved something that a lot of people look up to. It's important to not get carried away with that. So especially even at the biggest corporations, you start your job and you know nothing, right? Everything you learned in school feels like it was useless. It's not. You just have to learn the language. And so I think giving yourself time to learn the language of where you're going to work or where you hope to go work, how those people speak, I think is extremely important to help you learn and grow.